Before we get started, I'm going to check in with Dudley Moore, the chairman of the board of the High Point Market Authority. Dudley and the rest of the High Point Market team are furiously prepping for what might be a very different kind of fall market. He'll give us an update on their vision for the event and how they're reimagining home. Hello, Dudley. I'm so glad you could join us.
Well, thanks, Dennis. I'm glad to be here.
We're very eager to hear your vision about the upcoming fall market. What can you tell us?
Well, it's going to be an interesting market. The first part of my vision is I envision having a market, which is a departure from what happened in April when we were unable to have one. So our goal is to have a market that's safe and productive. We've been thinking about it. I get questions every day about the market and whether we're actually even going to have it. And if you think about the industry, we're a product-driven industry, and that's why we have market twice a year. It's very fashion-driven and very product-driven. If we don't have a market in October, then this industry will have been 18 months without a market, without the opportunity for buyers and designers, retailers to see new product. So it's very important from an industry standpoint to have a market and to be able to present the new product that's so significant in terms of driving sales in retail stores and things like that. So we've been working on a plan to make sure the market's safe, make sure people feel comfortable coming. And the first aspect that's kind of interesting to me about market is, and you've been here, so you know.
Many times.
This is the strangest physical market you've ever been to. It's something we've been trying to overcome for years, and that's the fact that market is not in one centralized location, it's not in one building. It's literally 180 buildings over 13 square blocks with 12.2 million square feet of space. So that's been a challenge over the years to teach people how to work a market like that, how to see all the people they need to see. That great disadvantage for us has become our greatest advantage. There's not another market on the planet or another trade show on the planet that I'm aware of where people are so naturally and easily socially distanced than they are in High Point. So we've got a fundamental asset that's going to help us in terms of making sure people are safe. And then beyond that, we've been working with our local health department people, the Guilford County Health Department, the local hospitals, the state of North Carolina, the governor's office, to create a plan that's workable and safe in which they can feel comfortable with. And we have accomplished that. And so basically, in terms of way people come to market, we obviously recognize that there are going to be many fewer people coming than normally are. People aren't comfortable coming for some reason, or they can't get here, or they're overseas. So we're going to have fewer people, and that certainly helps in terms of keeping crowds dispersed and everything else. But beyond that, we're lengthening market from the typical 5 days to 9 days. And in addition to that, we've broken the country down into 2 regions, and then we've broken market down into 3 time slots, 3 days, 3 days, 3 days. So the idea is that we will invite people to come for a specific time from a specific part of the country, and that way we will spread the crowds out and, again, make things safe. So the thought is people are going to come to market, they're going to see what they need to see, talk to whom they need to talk to, get their work done, and then go home safely and healthily. That's the plan. That's the vision.
And how has this time had you reimagining what the future for market might be? How are you thinking about what future markets are going to look like?
Well, we've been working on a plan for the future market for quite a while. Obviously, in the last 6 months, those plans have been on pause. But our idea for the future market dovetails perfectly with what you guys are doing with the future of home. And that is we want the High Point market to become the global hub of the furniture industry, of the home furnishings industry, where people come to exchange ideas and learn what's new and innovative. And we want this to be the destination where people come to do that. Obviously, there are trade shows all over the world, but we are expanding our reach at market in order to make it more impactful and make it more significant. And in terms of vision, we can talk a little bit about the whole COVID situation and what that means for not just for the market itself, but also, more importantly to me, for the design industry.
Yeah, no doubt COVID is having an enormous impact. I know that you're a designer as well, and I'm wondering how it's influenced your thinking.
Literally, in my entire career, I've never seen a time where the industry, from a design standpoint, has been impacted so quickly and so radically as it has been in the last 6 months. So the fact that people are staying at home has been very stimulating to the furniture design industry, but it's also creating challenges. And the winners of this entire thing are going to be the ones who understand how people want to live going forward and can produce the product that meets those needs.
Any speculation on who those winners are?
Well, yeah, my clients for sure.
Your clients will be the big winners. Well, that's a good message.
There's no question. There's no question.
Well, Dudley, thank you so much for making time for us.
You're quite welcome. It's been a pleasure.